It's lovely when you have a relationship with someone that's like, you know, symbiotic, and you kind of get when you pick up and when you don't pick up. Matt Tebbutt has that with all of his guests, obviously. What are you chuckling about?
I have it with you two as well.
Of course you do.
What evidence is there for that, I wonder?
Now, we've always had guests. Our special guest today is Bill Bailey. Bill, good to see you here.
Hello, good to see you.
You were on Zoom last time we were here.
I was indeed, yes.
Nice to have you in the flesh.
Yes, it is great to be back.
Good, it's nice to be out.
Always lovely to be out. Nice cup of tea, thanks for that.
Now listen, we'll talk properly later about everything that's going on. You've got a new tour coming up.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. For now, let's talk about Food Heaven, Food Hell. What should I do at Food Heaven?
Food Heaven, love all kind of Asian spice, you know, particularly Indonesian.
Spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, we have, yeah. So I'd say that and seafood stuff as well. That's,
Nice.
Yeah, big fan of that.
OK, Hell?
Well, I'd say I'm not a big fan of the offal.
Right.
All that kind of stuff, and I'm sort of gone off duck a bit, really.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. And turnips. Not a fan of turnips.
Eclectic mix.
Yeah, that's right.
Turnips.
I try not to order those things.
What's on the menu, Georgina?
I'm doing a slow-cooked lamb shoulder with
Nice.
fresh dates, braised peas and boiled beans and tomato and dill, Greek flavours, Greek Easter's coming up.
We're doing a full hog, so we're doing a really easy barbecue feast with barbecued pork belly, not using a barbecue, with a Norfolk asparagus slaw, and then we've got blue cheese dressing over some baby gems. So it's a real kind of barbecue feast.
Now, as usual, what Bill eats at the end of the show is down to you guys at home, so just go to the website for...
Very good, Matt. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Pleasure, thank you.
I like it when we just hold a little longer than he's hoping for. Just let the shot just holds a little bit longer.
And he's just a little bit uncomfortable. Headlines are coming up.
Sorry. Back to those robot pets again now, aren't we?
I don't know what that
Time for me to go, I think.
It is indeed. Time for us to talk to Ben. How about, should we
Thanks,
talk to Ben?
Mike.
Where is he? Tell us about the weather, Ben.
What would you have done? What would you have done, Ben?
Naga, this may not surprise you to learn. What I would have done is I would have dived under the chair.
Yeah, I'd be there with you.
I went to see a cricket match once, and I spent the whole time just terrified that the ball was going to hit me in the face.
Well, where were you? Where were you to be so worried about the cricket ball hitting it? Unless you were sitting behind the wicket, there really is no need to be scared.
They go for a 6, Naga, and then it can go anywhere. Anyway.
Ben, you shook hands. They're quite powerful.
Well, also he said he was a quarter of the way through the round, so he's got a fair bit to go.
How lovely of him to take time to talk to us in the middle of it. Obviously, and a cause very important to him. Good luck.
That's all from us. Breakfast tomorrow at 6.
Do have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Saturday morning on BBC One. Dan here with you live. We got sweet food in the Peak District with Nadia's British food adventure at 11:30. Now, who do you think Matt's got in to try some food?
Good morning. We're ready to whet your appetite for the week ahead with 90 minutes of food and fun. This is Saturday Kitchen Live. Welcome to the show. Helping me bring a real taste of summer to the studio today, Georgina Hayden and Richard Bainbridge. And on drinks duty, someone who has definitely toasted the nice weather this week with a glass. Our special guest always brings the sun. It's the award-winning comedian, actor and musician who's performed to sell-out crowds across the world and happens to be the reigning Strictly Come Dancing champion. Please welcome Bill Bailey.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're taking that honour very sort of graciously.
Yes, I know. I think that's something that I'm going to be introduced as for a while now.
All the things you've done in your career.
Yes, that's
all your talent.
Everything, no. And Strictly Come Dancing champion. That'll be the end.
Oh, him.
And the dancing bloke, yes. Yeah. So,
did you enjoy it?
I did. I had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of training, but it's really good fun if you sort of immerse yourself in it.
Right. You had a good teacher in that.
Well, Oti is a fantastic teacher. Yeah. So I was in very good hands. It was completely new to me. I'm a non-dancer. Yeah. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing most of the time. I was looking at
the nation was behind you.
I know exactly. That was good. Good to see.
Right. Let's see what's on the menu today. Georgina, you're up for at the end of the show. Food Heaven, Food Hell. What should I do at Food Heaven?
Well, I think we're talking about before. I love Asian food. A lot of spice. I've spent a lot of time in Asia working and just travelling. So Indonesian particularly,
Okay.
but across the whole sort of Southeast Asian.
Very nice.
Gotta go. And fish as well. I love fresh fish, shellfish.
Yeah. Okay. What about hell?
Well, I sort of, I don't know, offal. I'm not a big fan of offal.
You and a lot of people.
I've really persevered with it over the years, but I've never quite got hold of it.
Okay.
And I've gone off duck really because I think we've got 2 ducks. You see, we've got 2 pet ducks at home, and the thought of eating them. I thought of eating them now. I just feel a bit. Yeah. This feels wrong. And your friends, we're eating your friends, and
you've got quite a menagerie, haven't you?
We have got a menagerie, yes, and so I think it's the guilt, the little ducks looking in my eye. Going, how could you? I suppose, and things like root vegetables like turnips.
Okay.
I mean, I can take them or leave them.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. For viewers.
So I'm going to make the base for the lamb. We're going to get it in, slow cook, easy. I'm going to start chopping my onions.
Okay.
We've got onions in the base, we've got garlic, cinnamon, and we've got our fresh date.
Very much. Served with a smile as well.
Oh, thank you.
You're just pleased to be out, aren't you?
I am so pleased to be
I'm getting those vibes.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
100%.
Look at that.
Right. Hells, while we tuck into this, what bread have we got here?
So this
is really good, and it's a great range. We've spoken about this on the show before. How is that for you, Georgina?
That is stunning wine, absolutely incredible. I totally get the cherry pomegranate vibes, like really good.
Do you know what I've just realised? These dates are a bit. They've got the texture of like a walnut. You know, a cooked walnut.
Yeah.
What do you think, Richard?
That's delicious. Honestly, what I love is that sweetness over the lamb, and all the vegetables on there, and that dill just lifts it right up. So it's kind of like a Cypriot hug on a Sunday afternoon. That is delicious.
Look at you are soft, and you look like a burly trucker on the outside. You're soft and gentle on the
That's
inside.
super delicious.
Oh.
How is that?
No, it's wonderful. And you're right, actually.
That's delicious. Honestly, what I love is that sweetness over the lamb, and all the vegetables on there, and that dill just lifts it right up. So it's kind of like a Cypriot hug on a Sunday afternoon. That is delicious.
Look at you are soft, and you look like a burly trucker on the outside. You're soft and gentle on the inside.
That's super delicious.
Oh.
How is that?
No, it's wonderful. And you're right, actually. The dates are now quite sweet.
Yeah.
But they're still quite sort of got great texture as well.
Yeah, they hold the texture, yeah.
Really interesting,
Yeah.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Coming up, Richard's making a pork belly feast, looking at Catalan dishes, and I came across this one. Sadly, I can't speak Spanish or read Spanish, so it's an interpretation. So basically, it's fresh cod, which I think is unusual out there. It's usually salt cod. I might be wrong. Please tell me if I am. I'm sure you will. And I'm using fresh cod. I've salted it very, very lightly just to firm it up.
In Cascais.
Okay.
Yeah, Cascais, yeah. And, but he works in Lisbon. And, yeah, you go into a little bar, like a tapas bar, and you get, they'll bring you a little dish of salted broad beans and a bit of bacalhau. Yeah. Fantastic.
It is nice, though.
Yeah.
I know I said it, but I mean, but for this dish, I think this is a nice.
I mean, look at this. You could be anywhere. You know?
Phil, I did read that apparently you get quite upset with untidy bookshelves, so I was quite relieved that I've just got brick walls.
That's right, I did. Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, that's not real, obviously, is it? It's just a stage set you've constructed behind you.
This is my house,
is
and
it
basically I have to do this bit because the rest of it is so messy because of all the children. This is the only tidy of the house.
I think that's it. Well, that's right. You look at a Zoom call, and that's been a feature of it, isn't it? You're looking back. You're not looking at the person.
No, you're looking at.
You're looking at all the stuff that's behind. I did a Zoom gig, right? One of the very few that I did. And all the comments were like people saying, "Oh, we've got those mugs. You know? You've got the same mugs." I was like, "Never mind the mugs."
But I mean, that's right. That's why people like Zoom, because they can look behind you and find out what's going on.
I give nothing away.
That's right.
Occasionally, we're allowed into Hell's music room, aren't we, Hell's? Which looks like the sort of corridor to the stairs, and it's got a keyboard in the background.
That's nice.
What I always love about Zoom calls is you don't have to get dressed. Like, all you got to do is put a shirt on and then be in your sweatpants.
That's just slovenly.
That's right.
That's slovenly.
That is.
Oh, I love that, though. You got a meeting coming up, you just got to put a shirt on.
No. You have to maintain standards. My dad, he'll be watching. Hi, Dad. He's 88, and every Zoom call he wears a shirt tie, and he goes, "You can't let standards slip."
Quite right. Quite right.
Relationships in the house and the kinds of things that you end up sort of really appreciating. Things, the simple stuff, like having a routine every day, being outside, seeing the nature, listening to birdsong, and all that. So I think there's a lot that we've, subtle but profound changes that have happened.
Yeah, I think people have got a much sort of greater appreciation of the outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely.
I realised I had a garden in lockdown.
Dola.
Okay.
It's a cousin of the mandolin, you know. And, and it's related. And so there's a lot of that, a lot of music and a lot of, and sort of co-opting the sounds of lockdown into the music. Like, like the ringtones of video calls, like, so I've got a 90s club dance mix of the Skype ringtone. Epic. So it sounds extraordinary. And plus, like, phones and all the kind of technology that we've had to use to kind of stay connected has all been incorporated into the music.
Epic.
Yeah.
And, I mean, how long does it take to sort of...
So I deliberately booked larger venues which have this facility to, if need be, we can separate everyone out, so everyone's distance. Hopefully, let's fingers crossed, it might not come to that. Yeah. But if it does, then we can accommodate people.
I love the crust on top, and the kind of the peppers is almost like an antipasti, like a warm antipasti on the side.
It's a very delicate flavour.
Delicious. Well done.
Thanks. Thanks. Time for a nostalgia.
And then use that again. God, this is good. When barbecue works, and it's a bit like yours as well, when you take it out of the oven with a braised, slow-cooked piece, you come out, and you're just like, yes.
Looks beautiful.
And this is exactly what you want. It's really hot,
You're a
though.
barbecue fan?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love a barbecue.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, but nothing like this. I mean, this is... what we tend to do is we inherited... we found a recipe in Shanghai for ribs. Yeah. In this place called Di Shui Dong, and it's Hunan. Oh yeah. And that sometimes it takes a lot of work. I mean, it's a long process. You have to boil them up and in rice wine and all this. But yeah, that's a real treat.
Oh, nice, nice.
And then you do finish them off in a wok with a bit of spice.
Oh wow.
Okay, so you braise them and then you crisp them up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So peach paper.
Peach paper, really kind of American, really easy to get hold of, but it absorbs the fat, so you don't end up with that greasy fat.
Oh, is that the point of it?
Yeah, so you can wrap pork in it as well. So you wrap it sometimes when you cook with it as well.
Yes, I mean, this
you can take the boy out of the kitchen.
Top stuff.
But it's just... This is like proper barbecue filth on a Saturday. Especially Saturday morning.
Barbecue filth.
I like that.
And then just put...
There's a book title.
So that's mine, by the way.
I've copywritten it. Right, it looks... Oh, it just goes through me.
Yeah, but it's still what it is.
I know it's delicious, but it's that word.
Oh, thanks.
Right, chuck into that. Cool. Another red, Hels. What's going on?
Look at this.
Another red. Well, this is a
picture. It's just delicious.
Fantastic. Thank you. And it's got that real barbecue feel to it.
Yeah.
But I think we like I say, that horrible coleslaw that we all used to, and that kind of them salads that your family might bring out with the iceberg lettuce in it. It's just trying to refine it slightly.
Exactly. It's all of those elements, those tastes, but presented in a much better way. It's fantastic.
Good. And that also with the barbecue, it's still tastes barbecue-y, but it hasn't touched a barbecue, and I think that's that.
It's got a bit of bite to it as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
delicious.
A little bit poking. Kick to it.
Good.
The wine is lovely, Hels.
Yeah.
Really swan. Right, let's head to Wales now as Sam and Shauna are back. Now I've got some exciting news. Once again, Saturday Kitchen are supporting the BBC Food and Farming Awards, but this year we've got our own category. Yeah, Best Street Food or Takeaway Award. So we're asking you to send us your nominations for businesses that have gone the extra mile over the last year, making great tasting food for us to enjoy at home while supporting their local communities.
She's Malaysian.
Limeface.
Limeface, Malaysian food. She's amazing. She's kept me fed over the last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bill, any?
Well, we have a sort of a market in Hammersmith where there's some falafels are just
nice.
top notch. So we have a falafel run.
Love street food.
Yeah.
Nominations open tomorrow at 12. So here we've got a rump. Look at my big cow. Bill, bring out my poker.
Well, hang on.
Don't get too comfortable. Don't fall off the stage. There is the rump. Okay?
I can do the pointing, if you like.
Let's take our big cow on tour, Bill. Who wouldn't pay good money to see this? Right, so moving on over here. Some of the kind of newer ones. I mean, a ribeye isn't so new. I mean, we were looking at this, 25 years ago? I believe it's somewhere between the forerib and the sirloin. I think it's
probably there, isn't it? Somewhere.
I think it's somewhere along there. Yeah. So the forerib is obviously your traditional Sunday roast cut. Yeah. The cooking hot pan. Great word. So sort of smoking hot rather. Bit of oil, good seasoning, on, over, and then cut it, serve it. If you overdo that, it's going to be tough as old boots. And then here we've got a bavette. Now you can see by the kind of the stringy look to it. This is a really sort of fibrous piece of meat. This is really good braised, but also, if you treat it the same way as the flat iron, it can be very delicious. This is great, by the way, for fajitas. Fajitas, that traditional kind of steak frite sandwich, this goes down the storm in that.
Where's the bavette then, Matt? Where would I...
The bavette is from see the flank. It's down kind of under...
Here?
No, the big... That's it there, not that bit. That's something else.
That's the bavette right there.
That is not the bavette. The bavette is the is the abdominal muscles.
Yes, of course it is.
But it is worth noting that when you're cutting a steak, and again we look at this bavette, the best way to illustrate it. If you cut this way, you're cutting with the grain. You need to...
in a sandwich, quick cook, and then put béarnaise sauce in the muffin, bit dirty, then loads of
filthy, nice.
Slice it.
Nice.
Yes.
What about you, Bill?
Yes, again, it's quite traditional. Get a sirloin, get it sort of, very hot, very hot pan.
Stonking hot.
Stonking hot pan, I think was the term.
Yeah.
And then what I like to do is get it on a board, and then just slice it into very thin slivers and dip it in a bit of satay sauce.
Oh, nice. Oh, look at you with the recipes.
Controversial.
Anyway, listen, we need to be supporting British farmers.
Just fingers crossed for the season.
Big vote, big turnout. 65% of people don't want you to eat your pets.
Oh.
You're in heaven.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to everyone who voted. Don't forget, both the recipes, they are delicious, are on the website. Right, let's do this one then. So, Richard, you've got the paste. Yeah.
Sounds great.
That's what...
Cuttlefish, what?
That's what you get from a professional like me?
Yeah, I love cuttlefish. Yeah, I catch them by hand off the paddleboard.
Spoon, please.
When I'm paddleboarding in the Thames Estuary, I always...
You do paddleboard?
I do paddleboard, yeah. And when I'm just wondering where you might be able to get... Oh, I can stop shouting now. Where would you get a cuttlefish? Where do they normally get caught? How do you catch them? You in a net?
I would imagine you do.
Yeah.
Catch them in a net.
Tickle them.
Like...
Mesmerise them like a trout.
I've done that. That's quite good fun.
Yeah. They're incredibly intelligent cuttlefish, aren't they?
Oh, right, so they wouldn't fall for that.
Not clever enough to just get caught, though, are they?
You'd have to lure them in with a general knowledge quiz. I see. Ah, there. I like a challenge. Whoa, I've been caught. You tricked me. That's how they talk.
Who won Strictly last year.
So look, that's what you need. Little shapes like that. There you go, Tom. Look at those. Okay, and then put those in the fridge after I've eaten it.
Yeah.
Like I did before. It's all those fresh.
A lot of it's quite labour intensive. There's a lot of prep. A lot of grinding of spices and so on. So, but a lot of it is just fantastic seafood.
Yeah. But you were saying you've been to restaurants where the dishes are done in advance.
That's right. Yeah, there's a kind of cuisine in Indonesia called Padang, and it's basically like, I suppose you would call it Indonesian tapas. And the dishes are all pre-cooked, and they're all small portions in little bowls, and you just sort of pick and choose which one you want. It's a great idea.
That's not the best way to eat, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just want to try everything. I don't want a portion of something. I want all the food.
Exactly. That's right. And you can try different bits of it, and then there'll be like an egg curry, which is just 2 boiled eggs and a bit of curry sauce, or there'll be like a bit of rendang, that sort of slow-cooked beef or something. So it's a brilliant way to try loads of things you wouldn't normally try. That's
right, beautiful.
Lovely.
So we've got
spices here, but no, that's right. It was a very odd tale. We were in Guangdong province in China, and there was a a Eurasian eagle owl in this restaurant. I don't know whether it was to eat or it was a pet or something, but it didn't look very happy. So we haggled with them and bought it off them. And then they wrapped it up in parcel tape and put it in a box, and we took it in a cab out to the woods and let it go.
Oh, don't.
That is just...
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
But the thing is that I mean, I don't know about how your Mandarin is, but mine's a bit rusty. It's a bit rusty, and like, is there somewhere around here where we can release an owl? It's not in any phrase book I've ever seen. You know. But we managed it, you know, and the cab driver looked baffled more than anything. He was like, "You want to do what?" And then we took the owl out and took the tape off it, and then it flew off. It was one of performing on live, like you were saying a bit about, you know, be able to do what you do, cook, and take people out of themselves for a couple of hours. Yeah. That is what I love doing. That's what comedy's about. You know, people come along, you know, and for a couple of hours you just sort of like have a laugh and forget the sort of this strange time that we're in.
Wow. Sir?
Oh, thank you very much. Good Lord, that can't be for me, surely. All of that.
Try that. Let me know you
This
think.
looks absolutely amazing.
There's more lime here if you need it.
And the smell as well. They've got this wonderful aromatic sort of smell coming off it.
Great.
Oh, look at that. I'm a bit of this.
That's really good. Hels, you've replaced our big cow.
Wow.
You're back. I think it was probably the wine.
Thank you. No, that's very sweet.
But that was a beautiful story. That's all from us today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Richard, Georgina, Helen, and of course Bill. All the recipes from the studio are on the website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. Now I've got more Best Bites for you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on BBC Two, and I'll be back here live next week with Sally Abe, Tom Brown, and Jason Manford. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
This is delicious.